Suddenly the weather's turned all windy and cloudy here in Coimbatore, and we're all set for the last race of this race weekend as far as the JK Tyre Racing Championship 2025 for this round is concerned. It's going to be the JK Tyre Formula LGB 4 category race that we are going to head into. Lots to race for, lots at stake. At the moment, if one talks about the overall driver standings, it's Diljit TS who's in the lead overall in the standings. He's 6 points ahead of Dhruv Goswami, who's had a very good race weekend, and just 6 points separating those two in the overall driver standings means that this race is going to be so very important. With the reverse grid kicking in, it makes life all the more difficult for both these drivers because they're not going to be starting in the front row but further down back. But what that does do, I'm Raman Banod, of course, and let's very quickly talk about what a reverse grid does do. In conditions like this, it's some of the other younger drivers who get an opportunity to start in the front row. And one such driver is Ashok Lal. Now, I just want to talk a little more about him. You've got the rookies racing along with the seasoned campaigners in the Formula LGB 4 category. And as far as the rookie category is concerned, Ashok is in second place in the overall standings behind Monith. So it's a great opportunity for this young lad in his rookie year in the Formula LGB 4 category to make a mark, to make his presence felt if he gets an opportunity at the top of the grid right on pole. So that's something that he'd be hoping to make the most of. Remember the fact that we've got 20 laps as far as this race is concerned. It means that rather than the regular 10 or 15 laps that these drivers do, when they're doing 20 laps here at the Kari Speedway, and each lap measures 2.3 kilometers, it means it's going to be a test of the fitness, test of the focus, test of the concentration of these drivers across 20 laps. Straight away you can multiply the numbers, and that makes it about 46 kilometers is what they'll be covering in the entire duration of the race. So that's going to be a test of endurance for some of these drivers, and I think that's going to add another factor to the race. We could hear the roar of the engines. It means that the Formula LGB 4 cars have actually come out of the pit lane. They're doing a round of the racetrack, and they will be coming in to line up on the start grid straight away. So what we're going to do is we're going to very quickly just walk down and try and have a quick chat with some of the drivers as they line up here. Now remember, as I had said before, if you look at the overall standings, there's an interesting battle that's going on between Diljit and Dhruv. Only 6 points separating those two drivers in the overall standings. You look at the rookie standings, and that's where Monith tops the list. But you've got another young driver in Ashok who is about 14 points behind, but he'd like to make the most of an opportunity that he may get thanks to the start grid, being a reverse grid. You see that car number 27, when you look down the grid, you see car number 27. And that is the car of the Challenger. That you look down, straight down, that's the M Sport car that you can see. Car number 27. I'm going to move around here so you can see that car lining up straight at the back. That is Dhruv Goswami's car. And where does he line up? 1, 3, 5, 7. He's he's on P7 on the start grid. And that's what I meant. When you have a reverse grid kicking in, he'll have 6 drivers in front of him looking to go past all of them to try and get a race win in this. So when a reverse grid kicks in, makes life all that more difficult. But as I said before, there's a young driver, Ashok Lal, who starts off on pole position with the reverse grid kicking in. Ashok, great opportunity to chat with you. As a rookie here, you've had a good run, looking to make the most of this pole position start.
Well, firstly, I would like to thank Shanmugam uncle, the team, family and friends for believing in me. And yes, when it comes to the strategy, I would like to keep a good pace. There are a lot of good drivers in the grid, so I hope I'll be able to maintain the lead.
Go well today.
Thank you. Sorry.
There you go. That's Ashok for you. Starts off on P1. You look at some of the other drivers who'll take their time getting onto the grid. Again, I'll highlight the fact when the reverse grid kicks in, it gives a great opportunity to some of the drivers in the mid-pack to make their presence felt at the start of the race itself. The top 8 have been reversed, so the driver who finished 8th in that second race is now starting off on pole. That's how the reverse grid works, and we'll take a look at some of the other cars as they line up. But again, the interesting story, you see car number 44. I'm going to go across here and point out car number 44 for you, and let's see if you can pick that car. There you have it, car number 44. That is Diljit TS, and Diljit TS is starting off on P6, remember. So the overall leader in the driver standings, Diljit, is on P6. His challenger, Dhruv Goswami, is on P7, and they are not in the front row. But who were on the front row? Let's talk about that. You've got Yash Vihan, who starts off on P2. Let's have a quick chat with Yash. Great opportunity, Yash, to be in the front row here.
Yeah, I'm just looking to get in some clean laps, hopefully maintain the position, aiming for P1 obviously.
It's a long race, 20 laps, so it's going to be a test for you. Although it's a great opportunity, but it's also a test.
Yeah, I mean, so it's important to be consistent and put your head forward and drive, not make simple mistakes. So
go well today.
Yeah, thank you.
As I said before, it's a great chance for some of these young guns to make their presence felt. Veda Vishnu, because of the reverse grid kicking in, starts off on P3. Veda,
yeah.
20 lap race, so any changes in strategy, things that we talked about?
I mean, so me and Yash discussed about some strategy we discussed upon, but let's see if it's working or not. Only if you know by the lap 20 of the race.
20 lap race also means the amount of fuel you carry a lot different. So how does this work for you as a tactic?
So I will say that 20 laps is like not much of a fuel consuming thing. Yeah, it's fuel consuming, but not as much like as in Formula 1 as I see. But 5 laps is like 15 laps is like way high, but 20 laps is like it's basically demanding. But we have to focus through all of the corners. You have to like be consistent. That's it.
Go well on this one.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
You're welcome. Right, there you have it. We've had a quick chat with the top 3 on the grid. Let's very quickly try and catch up with Monith, who is on P4. Sarosh right here as well. Bit bandaged with that hand, Sarosh. A broken arm there. Unfortunate incident with Aditya. I hope he recovers well.
His is worse, but yeah, he's recovered.
I wish you a speedy recovery as well. We'll have a quick chat with Monith. Of course, he's got great run going for him this season, leading the rookie standings, going into a 20 lap race. What changes in terms of mindset?
As my dad would tell before a race, 10 laps Alan Prost, 10 laps Ayrton Senna. So yeah, so that's their mindset right now. So 10 laps Alan Prost, 10 laps, the last 10 laps is Senna.
Well, I think your dad's been a great guiding force, and I wish you well on this one.
Thank you.
There you go, Monith, of course, starting off on P4. We've got about 5 minutes to go before the start of this race. What I'll quickly just turn around and take a look at. Let's take a look at what's happening here. 20 laps. 20 laps. If you wanted confirmation of that, you're going to get it on your screen right now. 20 laps. But what we're going to head across to is the safety car that's lined up right in front of all the cars on the grid. Remember, it's a Citroen Basalt. That's the safety car that we have, a 1.2 liter engine, turbocharged petrol. That's the car that we're talking about. Keep the focus here. This is the car we talk about, the Citroen Basalt, and the man driving it. Now, this is the fact that we always have that safety car lining up in front of the cars. We're all set for a 20 lap race. You'll see a board of 3 minutes come out in just a moment. Very interesting, very exciting. I've given you the overall scenario of how the point standings are. It's time to hand it over to Karthikeya and Solomon in the commentary box to take you through this race. And of course, I'll be joining them in just a bit.
Thank you, Raman. So we're just moments away, about 3.5 minutes, in fact 3 minutes now from the start of the final race of the weekend in the LGB Formula 4 category. We've got 17 races lined up on the grid, and it is a reverse grade of the first 8 from race number 2 of the weekend, and that's how the reverse grade has kicked in. A big opportunity for the front 4, all 4 from the rookie category, lining up as 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's the starting grid. Ashok Lal starts at P1. You got Yash Vihan starting at P2, Veda Vishnu starting at P3, and Monith Kumran Srinivasan starting at P4. All 4 are rookies. Then you got Bala Prasad of Dark Dawn in P5, Diljit TS again, Dark Dawn P6, Dhruv Goswami, who's challenging Diljit TS for the Drivers' Championship in P7. Mehul Agarwal, another dog down in P8. Saran Vikram starting at P9. Then you got Balaji Raju starting at P10. Vignesh Narendran at P11. Nityanand at P12. Raghu Rangaswamy, a former champion, at P13. Aditya Topo at P14. Then you got Ashwit Agarwal at P15. Rashi Jitendra Shah at P16 and Yogi Krishnan at P17. It was in fact Rashi Shah, Yogi Krishnan and Aditya Topo, competitor number 77, who were imposed with a 5-place grid penalty for an engine and a gearbox change earlier. So that's the reason why they've dropped further down in the pecking order in the starting grid. A beautiful drone view, the bird's eye view of the Kari Speedway as the drivers go off for the formation lap. And what an opportunity for the likes of Ashok Lal, Yash Vihan, Vedu Vishnu and Mohit Kumran, who are all starting in the front 4, and all 4 are rookies. Talking about the points, we've got Diljit TS, who's the overall leader with 45 points. Then he's followed by Dhruv Goswami with 39 points. So 6 points the difference between the front 2. And then you've got Bala Prasad, the local lad who comes from Coimbatore, in dark dawn with 28 points. And Raghul Rangaswamy, a former champion, with 24 points in 4th. And Monit with 21 points in 5th. With regards to the rookies, it is Monit obviously who's leading, the lad from Ahuru Racing, with 49 points in total in the rookie category. He's followed by Ashok Lal, who starts at P1. Big opportunity for him to get a few points under his belt, but 14 points is the gap between Monit and Ashok Lal. Then you got Aditya Patnaik with 30 points in 3rd position, and Vedu Vishnu, who starts at P3 today in this race, is 4th with 28 points, and 22 points for Yash Vihan in the rookie category. Remember, Yash starts at P2 today. So big opportunity for the likes of Ashok Lal and Yash Vihan to get maximum points, although there will be a tough challenge mounted by the likes of Monit and obviously the usual suspects in Dhruv Goswami, Diljit TS, Mehul Agarwal, Bala Prasad, and a certain Raghul Rangaswamy, who although starts at P13, you can never ever count him out. He's that kind of a character. All smiles, and that's what we like to see. I'm Karthikeyan. Once again in the com box with me is Solomon. Solomon, welcome back.
Thank you. I also kind of got busy in smiling. And I
Can't blame you.
And we have the Ahura, we have the Avalanche, we have Dark Dawn, M Sport and Damas team ready to get on a roll. 20 laps are about to commence. Will Ashok Lal be able to lead them off and will be able to hold off to the pole position 1? Can he get some points here? Yash is going to give him company. So for the final time of the race here, for the race weekend, the 20 laps are about to go. Lights out, away we go. Ashok Lal doesn't have a good start, but Dhruv Goswami has the rest of the starts again. He meanders through the corner and is able to come in. But look at it, the way car number 44, Diljit is coming. He's already picking up 2 places at the start as well. Mohit Kumran somehow muscles his way to come to number 3. It is Yash at the moment who's right on top for them, and he will like to hold it through. Now up to turn number 4, they arrive. It's a little bit of commotion as 2 dark down cars right at the back somehow are able to just follow the threat. A little bit of jump over the curbs for one of the cars. Mehul Agarwal was very close to the inside line on turn number 2, but it is Diljit now who's already on the charge and he takes the lead. Mohit Kumran challenges car number 24, Yash, for a fight for the second, and he does that again. This is what true muscle is all about. You push yourself beyond the line.
I think this will play in favor of Diljit TS with the battle between Dhruv and Monit, and it is Diljit, as you can see, car number 44 now the race leader. Mohit Kumran in fact has moved into second. Dhruv Goswami's dropped down to third. Not an ideal start for Ashok Lal, who started at P1. He's dropped down to 5th or 6th at the moment as Diljit TS continues to lead. In fact, Dhruv Goswami has now dropped down to 4th with another DTS car moving into third, and that's car number 9, and that is Mehul Agarwal.
Mehul Agarwal, in the meantime, has to make a lot of fight for it here again. He is going to be challenging Monith Kumaran, and the challenge works again. Masterly done, taken the toe right at the right time, and was able to slot himself into number 2 now. Dhruv Goswami has to make a big battle out of it, and so does Rahul Rangasamy.
Well, a nightmare start for Shokla. Started at P1, is dropped down way back to 9th position at the moment. Well, that could change a position or two by the end of the lap, but well, he started at P1 and he's dropped way back. Saran Vikram has moved into the top 5, so that's a decent start for him. Remember, Saran Vikram started at P9, so good start for him. Initially, a very good start it was for Dhruv Goswami, but the two Dark Dawns have taken it away from him. With Diljit TS now your race leader, closely followed by teammate Mehul Agarwal, and Monith Kumran, who started at P4, has moved into third. Now there's a battle between the two Dark Dawns right at the top, and now it's a two-edged knife. Either they push each other and they go faster than the rest, or they get involved in a battle, and that allows the backpack to catch up with them.
The answer is simple. Compete hard on the track. Don't take out each other, but do take the other person out for dinner tonight, maybe after the race is over. But car number 9 is going to be slotting himself for the overtaking, and car number 44 has to budge, cause the speed of that car just literally surprised him again. That is how you take advantage of the toe and try and take the slipstream to the max. Monith Kumran was trying to get very close to the car ahead, but looks behind to see Yash Vihan still very much on the attack. Saran Vikram Thomas moves up to number 5.
Terrific from Mehul Agarwal. He's taken the race lead from Diljit TS. Let's very quickly see how that happened, coming on through that start-finish straight, and it was some signals going on between two teammates. Diljit TS was on the outside, Mehul on the inside, had the better line, came in on that corner number 1 and took the race lead. Although we are very sure this might not just be how it stands till the very end, because Diljit TS, remember, with the second place finish earlier today, had his championship lead slashed to 6 points. So he'd certainly want the maximum out of this one. Well, Diljit TS, although it is an individual sport, important points for the team as well up for grabs here.
There is a game plan. We will compete with each other towards the end of the lap, but we'll try and take over one by one. As the time comes in, we just looking at car number 44 versus car number 9. Car number 9 still in the lead. In the meantime, Saran Vikram Thomas moves up to number 4. He's going to be challenging Monith Kumran for the fight for the 3rd and the 4th. Monith under a lot of pressure. It's a two-way fight for 1 and 2. It's a three-way fight for the 3rd, 4th and the 5th. With Dhruv Goswami now involved with the fight for the 5th.
It is Dhruv Goswami in the 5th, and his teammate in Yash Vihan is challenging him. That's the battle right at the top. Mehul Agarwal leading the pack. He's closely followed by teammate Diljit TS. Diljit obviously massively experienced, a former national champion himself, and is in the running to be crowned champion once again. Team Avalanche crew watching closely the proceedings here at the Coimbatore Speedway. Remember, this is an extended 20-lap race here, so that means it will be 20 laps of racing, a lot of opportunities for all the drivers to move up the pack, and obviously along with opportunities comes that danger of probably that little error that allows the others to pass them by.
Aditya Topo, the man from Team Avalanche, is currently in number 11. Can he bring them into the top 8? Looks to have a decent space, but the men who got the master car number 44 Diljit on the outside, car number 9 on the inside. Car number 9 literally covers it. Now they're racing each other. Here comes Saran Vikram Thomas challenging Monith Kumran. Monith Kumran smartly brings the car closer to the line much earlier, turns in quickly. Car number 27 Dhruv Goswami is keeping Saran Vikram a little bit of a sniff. Just has a sniff and backs out. Saran Vikram at the moment somehow is able to muscle that way through that corner, and Monith Kumran gives a little space. He's up to 3rd. He's just behind them. Here comes Saran, who's up to 3rd. Monith finally drops down to number 4. Now he's got to be breathing down the neck from Dhruv Goswami.
Oh, this is terrific from Saran Vikram, starting way back at P9. He's in the top 3 at the moment, although Monith and Dhruv Goswami will not make life easy for him as we speak. Drove now on the inside, overtakes Monith. He moves into the 4th position, does Monith, but Monit drops down to 5th, and it's Dhruv who takes that place from Monit Kumran. Slight error, going ever so slightly wide, giving that little window for Dhruv Goswami to capitalize, and he does so with ease. So Dhruv Goswami is now 4th. The battle for 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th with Saran Vikram, Dhruv Goswami, Monit, and along with him is Yash Vihan. As we speak in the background, Yash Vihan is challenging Monit Kumran, but the front two have now peeled away from the rest of the crew, and that's a battle for 1 and 2 between the two dark dawns of Mehul Agarwal and Diljit TS. While you can see in the back patch, there's a battle for 3rd and 4th, and a battle for 5th and 6th also unfolding.
Monit Kumran is taking part in the Rookie Cup. That means he knows he's part of the Rookie Championship. He looks back and he sees that he doesn't need to take too many risks. Ashok Lal, although has done his personal best, so has Rahul Rangasamy. He's at somewhere at number 7 and 8 respectively. Monit Kumran is just trying to consolidate his position. This is precious learning for him. Car number 33 under pressure from car number 27, Dhruv Goswami. Where is the overtaking maneuver going to happen? Dhruv should be able to get past him somewhere between turn 1 or turn 4. Or have I spoken too late? He's already attacked him, but Saran Vikram is able to come on the back again. He's going to switch back. If the space is there, the speed is there. Dhruv Goswami has already covered it. Masterly done. Here is Mehul, here is Diljit. Let's just have a look again. Oh my word, he says, look, I'm off space again. Dives in on the inside and lets Dhruv literally have a pass over there. The idea is to catch up with the leaders in the front. A friend of my friend or the enemy of my friend is the enemy for any friend, but you look for a wingman, don't you? Car number 77 in the middle of the track. Are we going to see a safety car?
Well, that's Aditya Topo from Avalanche Racing. His car is parked right in the middle of the track, and it has stalled. Will it move? I think from the information we're getting from other cameras, it's still stalled right in the middle of the track. In fact, the back tire has taken a big hit, so the safety car will certainly be out. That is a problem for Bala Prasad, and he's back in the pit. So that's the end of the race for one of the Dark Dawns of Bala Prasad, the local lad from Coimbatore. I think probably he was involved in that incident as well. And you can look from that top view, from the drone view, the rear right of Aditya Topo's car has taken a hit, and that's the end of the race for him. Safety car will be deployed. Hands up from the drivers signaling that the safety car is being deployed. Yellow flags all around the track, so that tells you no more overtaking. This could play in favor of Dhruv Goswami, who was about good 4.5 seconds behind the front pack, and with the safety car now coming out, they probably will be an opportunity for Dhruv Goswami to try and get back into the mix of things, to try and move into the first or the second position. Although the restart once again will be important. These two know what needs to be done. How will the Dark Dawn front two restart the race is something we will have to wait and watch.
So he decides, Aditya Topo from Avalanche Racing decides he's got to get out of the car. That's got the signal. The marshals, the recovery folks have done a fabulous job. If you notice from the top angle, the right rear got completely stuck, implanted, maybe went over a curb, and from then on it just didn't move and was literally sliding that rubber all over that track again. It's good for the track, but not a very good way for him to actually close off the race. Car number 77, Team Avalanche Racing, led by Fazil. They have a lot of hard work to do before they get in for the next round. But at the moment, the Citroën Besson is now the safety car, is taking over the track now. And following them is Mehul, Diljit, and followed by the M Sport car.
So as it stands right now, Mehul Agarwal is the race leader, Diljit TS second, Dhruv Goswami third, Saran Vikram in fourth, Monit Kumran fifth, Yash Vihan has also had a decent weekend. He's in sixth, while Rahul Rangasamy, remember, who started way back in P13, he's now moved into the top 7 as well. And this will probably give Rahul also the opportunity to try and mount an attack on the likes of Yash, Monit, and then obviously looking at Saran Vikram. That's the car of Bala Prasad. He is retired into the pits. That's the end of the race for him. Car number 10 there of Dark Dawn, Bala Prasad. Well, Again, you can see that's the car right in the middle of the screen, parked right in the center of the track. And this is where the recovery crew will come in once all the cars pass that parked by. And you can see the crane as well, ready to get into action and go on and do its job the moment all the cars pass by. That's car number 77. That's the reason why the safety car is out. That's the reason why yellow flags are being waved all around. Then you can see the moment the last car goes, very quickly the recovery crew gets into action, and hopefully this will be the only this starting lap will be the only one behind the safety car. I'm Karthikeya, that's Solomon in the middle, and that's obviously Raman Manor right at the other end.
The man who has got the best caps in the entire track. We are trying to get over him again. He's not even lending, but this is a very interesting race. 20 laps, we were wondering is going to be a little bit of a marathon. You know what you said a little while ago? We caught it on camera yesterday. I'm not lending my caps. I gave him my cap yesterday. I'm going to give him a cap again today. There you go.
Thank you.
We got it on camera. Not just today, but yesterday as well. There you go.
It suits me. Thank you.
Are you trying to say it doesn't suit me?
No, it suits me more. Necessity is the mother of all invention.
I think the way you're going, Solomon, by the end of this season, you'll have a cap collection of your own.
Maybe go to the airport and take a flight ticket with extra baggage for caps. Why not? It's a must-have right now. Quick word on Aditya Topo. Car number 77, that is Nagaraj, and also the tuners all around there looking at it. Once in a way, these are the guys who actually work so hard on the machines, and they really come around every time, night in, night out. They have busy weekends, and they tune in, they clean up the cars and try and get the cars faster. Now, we're going to be looking at turn 13 and 14. You can already see, a huge trail of rubber from turn number 13, I beg your pardon, turn number 14 up to turn number 15. That's the kind of hit that the car had taken, but glad they were able to recover it in quick time. Big hats off work to the folks in recovery. On the right is Karan, and giving him very company is Karthi. They have an animated conversation and already planning for the next bigger round.
Well, now with the recovery crane have taken the car away, it seems that the safety car will go into the pits, and now we'll keep a keen eye on the restart. How will the likes of Diljit TS, Mehul Agarwal start, and how much will Dhruv Goswami attack them? That's something we'll have to keep. Oh no, the safety car still remains out on the track.
So we got about 11 laps to go, and with 11 laps comes amazing nail-biter blitzkrieg action. Let's put it up in perspective. Mehul Agarwal looking for a master win because he's got a very weekend so far. He wants a race win. Diljit is a leader in the championship, so he would want to win it desperately. Dhruv Goswami didn't have the wins that he wanted to, but now he's slowly getting back into the form. He is attacking, and overall he's come second as far as yesterday's accumulated races are concerned. Now he wants to attack. Early in the morning, we had the race one. Dhruv Goswami was an absolute wonder just to watch him. So then it's a very good fight. Do not rule out Monit Kumaran. Do not rule out Rahul Rangasamy. And maybe out of nowhere, could somebody like Yash pull out a little surprise?
I think it's a big opportunity for Raghul as well. We spoke about this earlier. He's in 7th. He's got his teammate Yash Vihan in front of him. And with Yash has Monit Kumra and Saran Vikram as well. Now then, with the cars, you can see visibly slowing down. The gap between the safety car and the racers is growing. That means that's the strategy, to stall everyone as slow as possible and then get off and try and have a cracking restart. Well, Raman is in the box once again. Raman, the strategy.
Down the safety car, the lights have gone off. That's the clear indication that the car is going to be heading into the pit lane. You see, the lights are not flashing on the safety car, which means we're back to racing action here. And Mehul gets a move on, but I don't think he's been as quick as he hoped to be, because look at Dhruv, who's in 3rd at the moment. I think he was expecting that break to happen very quickly, And now look at him as they come down the straight. Diljit covers the line, gives some sort of protection there, covering the line for Mehul more than himself and not allowing that overtaking maneuver from Dhruv.
The idea is to keep that little cushion down there again. Don't give any margin where you give a little space and you can literally go around him. It's about to make up a tell Dhruv. If you want to go around, well, try the other way around. In the meantime, Saravik Namaz is fighting out with 27, Dhruv Goswami, and he is up to the third position again. That's how smartly you can take the toe.
He just waited for his opportunity with Saran Vikram, and the moment he saw it, he said, right, I'm going over for it, and he's done a good job. Moved up to third. Dhruv Goswami drops down to fourth, so that's a little bit of a breather for the two Dark Dawns up there. But hang on, you've got Saran Vikram. He probably think, now that I've moved into third, why not have a crack at second or first as well?
If you look at car number 9 and car number 44 very closely, you will find car number 9, the camper is slightly up, the nose is slightly up. Car number 44, you'll find it much more facing the floor. Different dynamics on different cars, as every driver would like to talk about it. From car number 9 versus car number 44, 44 on the outside. Can he finally, the hard work comes in, and Diljit is taken the lead. Saran Vikram Damas is now trying to consolidate number 3. Dhruv Goswami needs to go on the offensive. Mohul Agarwal, in the meantime, drives on the inside and takes the lead back again. It's a switch back again. It's the setup of the car that really brings the entire racing machine alive. Over the curbs they go, and he's still not trying to give him any space there again. This is the time to come around. Now should be the time to come out and go over that curb again. Mohul Agarwal closes the door very rudely, I must say. Still meanders over that curb and still able to come downhill in quick time. This is a battle that's going to be a four-way battle, not a two-way battle, because Saran and Dhruv Goswami join in the party.
Terrific from Mehul, because he had that opportunity. He lost that race lead for just about, let's say, 3 to 4 seconds to Diljit TS, and the moment he saw that coming on to corner number 3, he said, well, hang on, I'm not going to let that happen. Very quickly reclaims the race lead, does Mehul Agarwal, and it's a very tight battle between the front 4. As you can see, there's not much of a difference, probably under half a second, the gap between 1, 2, 3, 4, Raman.
And keep an eye out, Karthik, here for Dhruv Goswami. I get a feeling that he's holding back just a tad, waiting to see what Saran Vikram does in front of him, because I think he thinks there's going to be an opportunity that will open up. For the moment, Diljit takes the lead, but only just. Can he hold on to it? The challenge is coming through from Mehul Agarwal, his teammate, but it's still a 1-2 for Dark Dawn Racing. In third is Saran Vikram from Team Mars Racing, and then you've got the M Sport car followed by the Ahura Racing car. In M Sport, of course, driver Dhruv Goswami, Mohit Kumran for Ahura. That makes up the top 5 for you at the moment.
So then, let's just quickly get it on and how this replay. Car number 9 on the outside, car number 44 on the inside. 44 smartly closes the door. By the time he is able to get on the throttle, car number 44 applies the squeeze, and car number 9 literally runs out of road. Smartly driven and smartly covered by Diljit. It's the experience of that man that's really showing all over here again. Well, 7 cars bunched up together, but it's car number 9 who's just got a little bit of a long train coming behind him. Car number 44, Diljit, in the meantime, trying to break away. Saran Vikram Tamaz has created a long train. Can he hold on to the lead? Can he hold on to the third? Because we are down with just 7 laps to go. Here comes Mohit Kumran. Here comes Dhruv Goswami. Between both of them, the red and the yellow. The yellow goes ahead in the meantime.
So it is Dhruv who remains 4th. Mohit did try and get ahead of him, but obviously Dhruv had that inside line, so he kept that position. Saran Vikram now, he's playing a key role for Dark Dawn, one might say, because he's the one who's holding the others back, and that's playing in favor of the front 2 of Diljit TS and Mehul Agarwal. And in the meantime, there you see car number 33 of Saran Vikram. He's being challenged by Dhruv Goswami and Mohit Kumran Srinivasan as the front 2 of Diljit TS and Mehul Agarwal are looking now to open a bit of a gap between themselves and the crew that's following. And the battle for 1 and 2 continues between the two Dark Dawns at the moment. As you can see, car number 44, Diljit TS leads, but very, very closely followed by his teammate. That's Neha from our JK team.
And she has a lot of work around for us And from the planning of the event to the logistics, there's a mighty JK team, the JK Motorsports team that puts the operations together. Now we are racing hard with 6 laps to go. It's going to be hammered to car number 27 on the inside, car number 33 on the outside. 27 should be able to cover it and should be able to take the third, but right in the front, 9 and 44 still are battling it out. Car number 9 eventually gets ahead. Mehul at the moment is ahead temporarily. Can he hold on?
And while we were looking at the battle between 1 and 2, it is Dhruv Goswami who took the inside line and moved into third as he's overtaken Saran Vikram, who's dropped down to fourth now. But I'm very sure this might not be the only time that's going to happen. There will be a few spots exchanged. Some will overtake, some will lose spots as we move into another lap. We are about 6 laps to the end, including this one.
So Diljit is playing the team game here, I must say, between Mehul and Diljit. Mehul understood very clearly that if he was going to get continuously attacked, he decided to give him a little more, slow down a little bit. Mehul was able to come close to the car ahead of him. And thanks to the tow given by Diljit, he is now coming away from the pack. If the tow was not given by Diljit, this would have been a different story. But now, car number 27 says, if you're going to do something, I'm going to do the opposite. If you guys are going to go on the right, I will stick to the left. Here we go. 3 cars entering the turn 1 into turn number 2. They're very close to each other. Turn number 1, he's got a very good exit. Dhruv Goswami, he's trying to do the opposite of what the car ahead of him is doing. Dhruv Goswami is a thinking racer. In comes Rahul Rangasamy too. Into the battle currently is at number 7. 3 cars neck and neck, nose to engine. And here we get into turn number 10 this time around. Somebody's got to brake late. Will there be an overtaking maneuver somewhere here again? Dragging that wheel into that corner. This is going to be a big winner. You already are anticipating some sort of a drama to happen again. Car number 44 realizes Dhruv Goswami was very close to take it again. As much as the girl just smiled, we are filled with nerves here.
It was always good to see young motorsports fans on the racetrack, and it's always good to see competition on the racetrack, and that's exactly what we're witnessing with the battle for 1, 2, 3, 4 going on very, very well. It is Mehul who leads, Diljit TS in second. Then you've got Dhruv Goswami in third, and not much of a difference between the front 3. In fact, the gap is about just under a second as now Mehul stays on the outside. Diljit TS dives on the inside, and smoke coming out of the back tire, but he maintains that second position, this Diljit TS. I think it's a very good strategy by the two Dark Dawns. One takes the outside line, one takes the inside line, and that shuts and slams any window of opportunity for Dhruv Goswami to move ahead. Once again, young fans with family here at the Kari Motor Speedway. It's always a delight, Solomon, to see young fans here.
Look, you and I, when our parents, our uncles, our friends take us to the track, we just get hooked to the motorsports. It's catch them young, as you would like to call it. Car number 27 is running out of ideas, but he's not running out of initiative. But then he's hammering it down on car number 44. Mehul Agarwal has to possibly look back and say, can he give him the advantage of a tow? Because car number 27, for the next 2 or 3 laps, he seems to have a little more juice out of that tires and out of that machine than car number 44. He's able to extract much more, slide and drive and turn around the same time. Car number 27 is closer than ever with car number 44 ahead of him. Car number he tries to follow him again. Now comes closer to the wall again. This could be it. This could be a chance where Dhruv Goswami takes the second, and he does. But Diljit fights back. That's a masterly move, and he just doesn't like it around. He says, don't do that again. Let's race, but let's race it hard. Saran Vikram Tamaz consolidating at number 4. One more time. Dhruv on the inside, Diljit on the outside. It was who is going to brake late again. He moved to the right, and that's exactly possibly Dhruv Goswami said, okay, let me not fight this one, because it could be possibly saying blocking the other person.
And you could see very quickly Diljit TS just stuck his hand out and saying, what are you doing, young man? That's not how we do it. You stick to your lines, and let's have a clean race. We are in lap number 13. We got 14 and 15 to come. In fact, lap number 18 and 19 and 20 to come after this. After this, we got 2 more laps. Now the battle once again. It's a terrific battle between Diljit TS and Dhruv Goswami. While you see Mehul Agarwal, he's opened up about a gap of a second or a second and a half between himself and 2 and 3. So this, once again, through that final corner, onto that starts to the finish straight. This is where Dhruv Goswami challenged Diljit TS in the last lap. Will he be able to do it this time? Dhruv this time is on the outside, while Diljit TS is on the inside. Diljit braking late and maintaining that second place. What a battle we're witnessing. What a battle we're witnessing between Dhruv and Diljit for the second spot, while Mehul has very comfortably moved ahead and opened up a decent, about a second or 2 gap between himself and the others.
Where do we look for the battle? Do we look for the battle in the front? Or we look for a battle between Dhruv, Saran and Monith Kumran? The fight for the 3rd, 4th and the 5th is very much going to be close to the call now. Here comes car number 27, so close to get on the right. Can he attack that corner? No, he cannot. Car number 44 masterly defends his line and is able to keep car number 27, Dhruv Goswami, at bay. Saran Vikram Tamaz at the moment has consolidated from Monith Kumar and Rahul Rangasamy. What a battle they are having. This is the battle for the 3rd, but this is the battle for the 2nd and 3rd. Car number 27 eventually takes back at 2nd, and Diljit makes his displeasure known with a lot of disdain. Oh my word. Will he give his position back? I don't think so it's required, because there was space given and he was space taken. Last lap coming in here is Dhruv Goswami. Here he comes again. Diljit on the outside. Dhruv Goswami keeping the car in the center. Diljit is going to brake later. They're going to be watching it very carefully. Masterly done and saved at the same time. Diljit is now consolidated 2nd, literally stalling that car on Dhruv Goswami's face here again. Now Diljit now running away, and Dhruv Goswami is just a little back, at least 5
Oh, you can see in the background Saran Vikram's car spinning. He's put his hand up. By the time the safety car comes out, probably be the end of the race, and he's signaling to the pack that's following him that watch out, watch out, watch out. That is Saran Vikram. Had a very good race so far, but faltered on the final. Now then, the battle continues for 2nd and 3rd. Diljit TS, a couple of times he's shown he's not happy with the way Dhruv Goswami's gone about things in this race, and he's just stuck his hand out a couple of times saying, what are you doing, young man? But the young buck is giving it a crack, and he's challenging the experienced campaigner, and Diljit TS is drawing on all the experience that he has to go on and hold on to that 2nd as we come through that final corner. It is Mehul Agarwal who will go on. He's already celebrating. He takes the checkered flag, and it will be Diljit TS who takes 2nd. Mehul 1st, Diljit 2nd. It's a dark dawn 1-2, and with that, Dhruv Goswami settles for 3rd. And what an effort from Dhruv Goswami. Started at P7. Remember, Diljit TS started at P6. He's gone on to take the 2nd, and Mehul, who started at P8, has gone on to take the checkered flag. Monith Kumran will take 4th. That means he will win as far as the rookie category is concerned. What a race. What an absolutely slobberknocker of a race we've had. Action for 20 laps, although you can cut the 2 that we had behind the safety car. But in the end, it is Mehul Agarwal who wins the race. It's a dark dawn 1-2 with Mehul taking the checkered flag. Diljit TS coming in 2nd, and Dhruv Goswami, despite that valiant effort, he challenged Diljit till the very end, but then goes on to take 3rd. Now, I think he'll probably, after the race is done, Diljit will have a word or 2 with the young lad in Dhruv Goswami, because he made sure that he informed that he was not very happy with a couple of maneuvers from Dhruv Goswami, and he in fact even stuck his hand out while racing, telling him, what are you doing, young man?
They're trying to practice braking here again. Car number 27 versus 9. Hey folks, the race is over. Bring your car back into your respective boxes. Dhruv Goswami finishes 3. Diljit on right on number 2. But it was Mehul who will take this on now. How is he going to slot his car in that 2nd position? We will get to know that later. Well done, Mehul Agarwal. Stand on top of that car. Celebrate, Mehul, celebrate. Give me that 6 one more time again. Do it with Dad. Afsar joins in the celebration. Jump on to Afsar. Break his back if you need to.
I don't think Afzal will mind that as long as he's getting a race win after race win. That's terrific. And I think Diljit TS still wasn't very happy with how things worked out with Dhruv Goswami. Didn't stop. Didn't stop at that. You see the two cars there of the first and the third. Diljit didn't stop. He straight away went through the mandatory weighbridge. Did not stop. He was absolutely annoyed with the way things panned out in the last few laps. And Dhruv, the way a couple of moves that he made. But that's the M Sport team looking on. A bit disappointed with a third place finish, but nonetheless, very important points for M Sport and very, very important 18 points for Dark Dawn in the team championship, and 8 points for Diljit TS coming in second. So once again, his lead as in the Drivers' Championship goes back to 8, with Dhruv taking the third position. So he lost a couple of points earlier in the day, but he's made up for that now, as Dhruv Goswami finishing third, Diljit second, and Mehul Agarwal, who is your race winner, is will very soon catch up with Raman. But before that, this is what happened. Once again, now he was on the inside line, he went in on the middle, and this is what the Diljit TS stuck his hand and said, hang on, hold on to your line.
I think car number 27.
That number 1 means a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, after the morning race, didn't really think it would be possible, but I guess I got a really good start. Overtook everyone one by one, made clean overtakes. Fought a lot with Diljit. Dhruv tried to come in that battle. I think he got him, no? Yeah.
For a bit, but before Diljit made a comeback.
Oh, nice. Good to know. So we got a 1-2, right?
Yes, we did.
Great. So it was a great race for Team Dark Dawn. Yeah, and the pace was great and the racing was great. No words.
Absolutely. For you to start off on P8 and then work your way for a race win makes it even more special.
Yeah, definitely. It was the best race of the weekend, especially after knowing that my car really didn't have the pace. I just pushed like a rabid dog and just got it at the end, I guess. Fever's definitely gone now.
Well, fever's gone, but the joy of winning is going to remain. That's the way it's going to be. I'll just quickly hop across, have a quick chat with Dhruv. Dhruv, there was a lot of give and take, and of course trading of positions between you and Diljit, and no love lost there. Even we could see it on the track as well.
I mean, yeah, it was a pretty hard fought race. We had a few nudges here and there, but I think that's all clean racing, and I think we have respect for each other. So that's just clean racing, and yeah, I'm happy to get P3. It's a long run in the championship as well, so yeah, looking forward to the next round.
Go well for that.
Thank you so much.
Well, that's the way it is. It's back to you, Karthikeya, in the comm box.
What a race we've just seen. What a race we've just seen. And look at that. The beautiful Coimbatore Speedway. It's a picturesque view, a bird's eye view of the 2.3 kilometer long Kari Motor Speedway, where we've witnessed a stunning weekend of racing. Hugs all around for Mehul Agarwal, your race winner. And what a race we've just seen from Mehul, Diljit TS and Dhruv Goswami. And also the pack of Mohit Kumran, Saran Vikram, unlucky to spin out on the very final lap. And then obviously good efforts coming in from the likes of Yash Vihan and Raghul Rangasamy as well. Diljit TS very, very unhappy, I might say, to put it mildly, as he just stormed off, did not even stop for an interview with Raman, and straight away went off and onto the weighbridge. Now, that's good to see. While there are rivals on the track, there is Dhruv Goswami along with Mehul Agarwal sharing a high five at the side of the racetrack. Look at that, absolutely stunning setting here in Coimbatore at Chettipalayam at the Kari Motor Speedway. You got palm trees, coconut trees around. Then you've got the Western Ghats in the background, cloudy setup, windy setup, and in the between you do have the sun coming in, sun peeking out, and there you have the family as well involved. Now then, we've been talking so much about the race. Let's quickly take you through the highlights. When the 5 Reds go off they go. It was Ashok Lal who started at P1. Yash Vihan started at P2, and it was a terrific start there. Initially, for Veda Vishnu, car number 48 there, but very quickly he dropped down because Diljit TS took the inside line and in fact took the race lead very quickly. It was Diljit TS leading with Mehul Agarwal in second. Monit Kumran during that time was third, and he was closely followed by Dhruv Goswami. Raghul, who had started way back in P13, started to make his move up the order and notch up and move up one place at a time and one place at a lap. But now this time the battle had continued for 1 and 2 with Mehul Agarwal moving ahead of Diljit TS, and these two had done a very good job, and by now Saran Vikram had moved into third. He'd moved ahead of Monit and Dhruv. The white car number 33 you just seeing on your screen, that is Saran Vikram Damar's car, and there was a battle between Saran Vikram and Dhruv Goswami going on. Dhruv taking the inside line and moving ahead of Saran Vikram Damar's as Dhruv then looked to mount on a challenge to challenge the top two in Mehul and Diljit TS. There, Dhruv looking to come in on the inside and Diljit TS blocking that line for him. A bit of teamwork as well going on for the two Dark Dawns who were leading, and the battle from second, in fact third and fourth was between Dhruv Goswami and Saran Vikram. Saran had taken the lead away now. Saran had moved into third position and he stepped up one place. There you see the white car of Saran Vikram, the yellow one of Dhruv Goswami, and the front two silvers of Dark Dawn and Mehul and Diljit TS. There you had it. Diljit was took that lead for 4-5 seconds on corner 1, but by the end of corner number 3 and 4, Mehul had reclaimed his spot right at the top. Fans were eagerly watching on as action unfolded here at the Kari Motor Speedway, and then we had Mehul continuing to take the lead, and Diljit then on the very next lap once again took the race lead on corner 1, and this time held on to it by the end of corner number 3 and 4. The front two by this time had moved ahead, but Dhruv Goswami in fact had moved ahead of Saran Vikram in third, and this is where the intense battle for 1, 2 and 3 began as the front three now peeled away from the rest, although Saran Vikram was in the mix of things till the very end. There you have Mehul Agarwal, car number 9, continuing to lead the race, coming through that final corner of yet another lap. Diljit TS in second, looking not to give an opportunity to Dhruv Goswami to pass him by as Mehul Agarwal continued to move ahead and try and build a lead, build a gap between himself. And there you see from the bird's eye view that Mehul Agarwal had moved about a couple of seconds ahead, and the battle for second and third now intensified with Diljit TS in car number 44 and Dhruv Goswami. This is where things went south, because a move came in from Dhruv Goswami. Diljit TS wasn't very happy about it, and at the end of the race it was Mehul Agarwal who won the race. Now on to the prize distribution ceremony. You see Sunny Kumar in his cowboy hat there will be distributing the trophies. You can see on the right of your screen, standing in the third position is Dhruv Goswami. Here's your race winner in Mehul Agarwal. Standing at the runners-up position is Diljit TS, and what a cracker of a race we have just witnessed. COC Sunny Kumar handing the second runner-up trophy to Dhruv Goswami of M Sport. Now it's turn for Diljit TS to take his trophy. A smile, Diljit, won't hurt. He's not happy. He's not happy. But didn't even stop for the post-race interview with Raman because of the incidents that happened throughout the race involving him and Dhruv. And that's the race winner in Mehul Agarwal. All smiles for Mehul Agarwal. And the Tuners Trophy as well, going in the kitty of Dark Dawn Racing. Afzar, that is Afzar Riaz, who's well, very happy as far as being the team principal of Dark Dawn is concerned. He, along with the tuner, takes the trophy. It's all smiles for Mehul Agarwal. It's all smiles for team Dagdon. What a weekend they've had, accumulating points in the team championship. A race win for Mehul Agarwal. Second place finish for Diljit TS and Dhruv Goswami in third. Mehul wants Diljit TS to come back to the podium for a group photo. Diljit is having none of it. He's walked off. Well, that clearly tells you he wasn't very happy about how things proceeded. But once again, confirmation final. It's Mehul Agarwal who's won the race. Diljit TS coming in second, and Dhruv Goswami of M Sport takes third. And with that, unfortunately, it's the end of the racing weekend. What a weekend we've had. But don't worry, we will be back very soon for the next round. Till then, keep smiling. See you soon.